Welcome to our second session in the Summer Oasis, the oasis of your blooming heart. And as we arrive in this session, as we arrive in our oasis, like we always do, I invite you to comb through the field as you allow yourself to arrive here in this present moment. And as you're combing through the field, it's an opportunity to shift your perspective, to shift your attention from where it has been, to shift your attention here to our practice, here to our body, here to your breath, calling yourself here and preparing yourself for an experience and the opportunity to listen and be with your radiant, luminous heart. And in this session today, we are caring for our temple, our body as a temple. And we are going to clean our temple space today. So, with that, my loves, as you're approaching our practice, you're starting to arrive at the temple gates, the gate of the temple of your heart. And at this gate, what needs to be laid down here? So fresh, new energy and new forms of love can enter. What needs to be laid down here? So fresh, new energy and new forms of love may enter. And when you feel like you have an idea of what needs to be released here, with a humble bow, setting it down, emptying your cup, releasing and letting go, giving it all to the earth to be transmuted and transformed. And when you feel like you set something down, release something, there's a lightness that happens as you feel your feet on the earth. You start to unfurl your spine. You start to emerge. You start to rise. You start to lift. You start to open. So beautiful. And then we step across the threshold into our practice. And as we start, we're going to start with water waves. It's still a little like that energy of combing through the field. We're starting gentle. We're starting soft. We're starting small and peaceful. We all started small and we've grown. It's our love that grew and we've grown so big. So we're starting small today with this love and this water. And we're having that light-hearted, joyful feeling as we're in this water, and maybe even the water is small. Maybe it's a creek, a trickling creek. And as you're playing in this water, you are softening, you're loosening, you're letting go. And just allowing yourself to connect with the eternal, with the formless, this love, this river of love, river of life, and where the sunlight sprinkles on the water, where light and water meet and life is formed. You're standing here playing with the softness, creating an oasis in your heart and your body and your mind, in your home and your family and your work. And it starts with this little stream of formless energy. And just as we do in our practice, we work on our own timeline and we start to shift from one thing into the next. So start to shift now into the form and start to knock on your body and start knocking on the door of life. Come into contact with your body, with your low back, with your kidneys, your spine, your arms, your hands. Feel your feet rooted, top of your head lifted. Feeling yourself knocking on your belly, the earth center, the center of stability and groundedness. Remembering the earth is the archetype of the peacemaker, the great nourisher, tapping into the earth and the water behind you in your low back, creating that nice mud for your lotus to grow from. And remember, we learned in that first session earlier this year, long ago, know the white, stick with the black. So know how to breathe and bring your breath down low and deep. Bring our hands now up to our lungs, up to our heart, and start to warm up, activate, create space in your chest, space in your body. And it's almost like we're preparing for this cleaning. Today we're going to do a temple cleaning. We're going to go into all the spaces and clean it out. And so we're coming in contact with some of the spaces we're about to clean. Lighting the candle in our heart to bring a little luminous light here. Releasing and letting go and warming up our body. And now we'll come back down to our abdomen and our chi belt and start to shift again, not into water waves yet, but start to knock right over your navel and right behind your navel, as if there was a straight line from your navel to your back. That's your Ming Men, and that's called your Ming line. And that is in a Taoist world and a Qigong world, that line is your destiny line. That's the Tao, that's the path you travel, that your spirit travels through your life. It's represented in your body from navel to Mingmen. That's why it's called the door of life. And you were started right here at your navel when you were in the womb. This is an important place. So really bring attention to this spot while we prepare to clean our temple. Now, whenever you're ready, we're going to drop back into water waves, back into the formless. But now you can let this water carry away anything and everything that's already been released here. Let it dissolve. Let the fresh, cool, sweet waters of life to simply whew, carry everything away. So you're nourished and refreshed. And then start to gradually, gradually, gradually move towards stillness, taking all the time you need to unwind, unknit, undo all the wiring that we've been attached to today. It's like an unplugging. And just in your own time, arriving to stillness and then seeing how the stillness, there's still so much movement in that stillness. Your body's still flowing, your mind, your breath, your heart is still beating. Just enjoy this moment here. And we'll step out and we'll squat down. Some people like their hands right here on their crease, and some people like their hands on their knees. And it's like you're sitting on that stool, and we're moving our body like a river. So you're going to shift your weight, turn your waist, let your spine follow. Then your head is the last thing. Shift your weight, turn your waist, spine, head, shift, turn, spine, head, flow like a river. And now this movement gets stronger. When we first started with the very first opening, we were with a stream, a little creek. Now this is called flow like a river. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be fast. It can be fast, but it should feel more powerful. Like you're pushing off the ground and this energy moving through your spine, through the muscles of your legs, through your arms, in a way that you're starting to realize that you are generating power. You are creating heat and movement. You are becoming a river, a unified field. And it's strong. There's strength in this flexibility. There's a resiliency here. You're creating warmth, energy, strength as you move like a river. Coming back to center, sitting down and lifting your torso up, staying seated. Breathe, holding your hands here. Kind of recover. We're going to do coiling snake, that stretch. So turn one toe, then your ankle. Your ankle shifts, so this back hand presses forward. This hand that's in the front now goes behind you. Look back toward your hand. Press your hands away from one another. Press your spine from your tail away. Breathe into your spine. When you're ready to inhale, adjust your feet first. Now keep your hands nice and low and return to center. Pause, integrate, and breathe. Inhale. Now exhale. Toe, heel, spiral, twist. Look toward your back hand or your back foot. Separate your hands. Separate head from tail. Breathe into your spine. Inhale, adjust your feet. Return to center, keeping your hands low. Stay seated, sit down. We're in the warm-up part of the fire, of the heat. We want to generate a little heat here. So we inhale, Adjust your toe, your heel, stretch. Press your hands away. As you look back, you coil like a snake. Separate head from tail. Inhale, adjust your feet, keep your hands low, return, having good posture, head in alignment, nose, chin, chest, center line. Sink. Inhale, exhale, toe, heel, press. This is our last one. Stretch, look back, lengthen, open, create space. Inhale back to center. Adjust your feet. Bring your hands nice and low. Hold your posture for a minute. Create strength and power. Now hands on your knees. Flow like a river. Smooth, graceful, beautiful, powerful river. You are generating power. You are clarifying, purifying, strengthening. Becoming stronger and more resilient. Now start to make your way back to the center, and you can do a forward fold if that feels good. Letting your hands go toward the earth and the top of your head toward the earth. Lengthen the backs of your legs. Breathe and stretch. You can even walk yourself over to one leg and strength and breathe into that stretch. Walking your hands over to the other leg, bringing your head toward your knee, breathing and stretching. Back to the center, stretching out both legs. Now walk your feet in just a little bit, bend your knees, and take your time so you don't get dizzy, and just slowly unfurl your spine. And then rise your legs up. Yeah. And then you wait for it. Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not. But there's a little bit of energy starting to rise now. So I'm going to capture that energy. I'm going to inhale. And I'm going to capture that energy. And I'm just going to simply float my hands back down as if I'm capturing the mist rising off the lake, off the water. And I'm capturing the mist rising off the water, and I'm bringing it back down, collecting it, collecting it, collecting it down into my lower Dantien, and I'm sealing it in. My lower Dantien is sometimes called the cauldron, and so we're bringing it back down into the cauldron. Beautiful. Oh, good. All right, let's tap our bodies. Brilliant heart. Come in contact with our higher love. What is love? Come in contact. Think of something loving, someone loving. Yeah, and that soft smile on your lips, like you just see a new puppy or some gorgeous, I don't know, flower or person, and just let that gratitude for seeing a sweet family member or a sweet baby. And release heart sound. We're going to do the oming again. And here we are in summertime right now. There's a lot of sensitivity and a lot of grief and a lot of sadness that's also happening in confusion. So let's tap these points right here. These are lung points that hold a lot of grief and sadness and loss. And so just take your time. I feel like it's real tender here on me today. I'm a little bit surprised by that. So just breathe there and let this energy move down the pathway. You know these channels well. Down the yin and up the yang. We'll do that 3 times. Really focusing on your elbow, inside of your wrist, palm of your hand, back of your hand, back of your elbow, shoulder. Back to that lung point, and we'll give it a rest, give it a pause, integrate. Feel the difference. And then we'll continue down. Focusing here for a moment, breathing, releasing, letting go. And then down the yin, down the heart channel and the heart protector, and up the large intestine and small intestine channel. Down and up. One more. Ooh. Pausing, integrating. Gently tapping our forehead, opening our upper Dantian. We're going to spend time here, opening this place of your third eye called Yin Tan. Top of your head, Bai Hui, your crown, and all the way back to Jade Pillow. And just tenderly tap, activating this pathway, and then start to work your way outside. It's like you're doing a diagonal. You're going from the front to the back, and you're covering all the area of your skull, of these energy channels, the gallbladder channel. Down, back of your neck, go as low as you can. And then just pick up as far as you can and work your way down your spine. And then move your hands out a little wider. And then go down your spine. Do that pathway a couple of times. And then you get to a point where you can just give your kidneys some good attention, and your sacrum, and your coccyx, and your glutes, and your hips. Just give yourself a good old tendon to. Taking care of ourselves, always having the archetype of an oasis in your mind. And now we'll tap down the outsides of our legs, back behind our knees, down toward our ankles, tops of our foot, inside our ankles, inside your knees, inside your thighs, inside your leg gate, around your chi belt, and back down 3 times. And then simply rest your hands when you're complete with that. Just resting your hands over your center. Breathing. Now we've activated everything. We're going to do some specific clearing, but we're going to do this general one. This is quickly becoming my favorite movement, and the swirling spheres. So drop your attention, bring your feet together, drop your attention down, feel your feet on the earth, feel your stability, feel your alignment, your balance, and start to swirl your ankles and smooth them out. And we're thinking of it as we're tending to, but knowing today's about to be a clearing session, that you're cleaning them, you're polishing them, you're oiling them up, taking good care. It's like you're dusting them off. Yeah, and let this energy come up into your knees, tending to your knees. Now you got your ankles and your knees, and now your hips. We're swirling. Oh, yeah. Feeling how good that feels. And let that energy rise up through your waist, up into your chest, up into your heart, up to your middle dantian. Opening up and letting this space get some movement. You know, that's people are really sensitive, partially because they don't have enough movement in their space and their emotions. Or it's so much movement they don't have an anchor for it. Something's going on. Okay, so now we're going to let this energy pour back down out of our middle dantian, out of our hips, down, 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 out of our knees, down, 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 out of our ankles, down, down, down. Pull the plug as if you had a plug on the bottom of your feet, and pull the plug and let this energy swish out. Like water flowing through a stream. Cleaning from the inside out, carrying with it all the debris that you don't need. You don't even have to know what it was, just letting it go. It's like residue in a bathtub. Just breathing, integrating, and we'll go the other direction. Bring your mind back inside into those ankles. Soft, smooth, round circles. And into those knees, smooth like silk. And into those hips, ankles, knees, hips, opening up the vertebra and the pelvis and the low back and the abdomen, creating space in our Dantian, cleaning out the cauldron, letting this energy rise up your waist, called your yao, and your middle Dantian. Opening, feeling your shoulders move, feeling your neck, even your arms. Emptying out, swirling and emptying like you have a little bottle brush that cleans out the inside of a bottle. And then let this energy pour down out of your chest, down out of your hips, down out of your knees, down out of your ankles, and down into the earth. Emptying out, emptying, emptying, emptying. We're creating space for this fresh new energy and this new forms of love to enter. Okay, so we're about to do some internal cleaning, like our temple. And so our temple is this temple, right? And the analogy of there was a building, Around that building is a yard, and we got to do some yard work. We got to do some yard work to clear before we can get to the inside. We got to clear the front path. We got to clear the back path. We got to clear to the left and right. So you know this. We've done this before. This is called clearing. You lift your hands when you inhale, and then when you exhale, you drop your hands and turn your waist. And then you inhale, and then drop your hands, turn your waist. That's the movement. Now you do it like you're tapping into the metal element. Clear, decisive, discerning. You know what's right and wrong. You know what you want in your path. Inhale and clear, clear. And now we've been planting seeds. We worked with our foundational roots in the beginning of the year, and then we started planting all these seeds of our heart's desire, and they're growing. Things are growing. You've got things on your calendar that you're saying yes to. You've got literal plants in your garden that are growing. You've got family members that are growing. Things are happening. So we want to clear space for those seeds to grow. And we want our opening entrance to our temple to be open and welcoming. At the same time, no nonsense. You have a field of protection. Your temple gate, not anybody could just storm in there. So you're having this beautiful interplay between clear, decisive, healthy boundaries in the front, at the front door. Yeah, and you're just removing any nonsense, picking up any litter, cutting off any Bermuda grass or poison ivy or Virginia creeper that's in your pathway. Clearing that out. And now you're going behind you, that gate, that door of life, your Ming line, and all that baggage that's been coming up from behind, from the past, all that stuff. You know, some of it's important, most of it's not even yours. So clear it away. So your back door can be opened. Your back door is protected. Your back door is clear. Your back pathway, your back patio, your caboose is all cleared out. So use the metal element and cut it away. Cut away the stress, cut away the nonsense, cut away the BS. Now look to the right of you, and whatever is over there on the right hand, the thing that you're busy, always doing, busy, always doing. There are some things there that can get cleared away. The clutter, clear that pathway like you can open up the window. You can see clearly what you actually need to be doing, not what you're always doing. And now look to your left. All the clutter, all the stuff on the left-hand side of your temple, left-hand side of your house, left-hand side of your room, clearing that space of the past, clearing that space of what you shoulds, clear the shoulds out of the way. The expectation that other people put on you, it's clearing the others. Clear that out. Whew. The static, the noise, clear the clutter here, and start to just do any final pieces as you use your hands like metal to clear your space all around you so you are protected and your space is harmonized, just like you like it, organized, beautiful, filled with value, just like you like it. Simple. Then start to work this out. Start to work this out. Let this experience start to slow down. Start to slow down. Start to slow down. Start to slow down. Ooh-wee. Wow. Slowing down, coming to stillness. Time flies when you're cleaning house. So we're going to stretch and then we'll drop into the flow. This is called spread your feathers. Now, if turning your head up and down and you need a neutral position, just simply inhale, exhale, look over your shoulder, keep the shoulder right where it is, and then inhale back. Looking over the other side and inhale back to center. If you need to do that, do that. And if you want to do the spread the feathers, I had my palms forward, but I really should have the backs of my hands forward. So I inhale and I gather this energy, and then I exhale and I let my fingers grow long and I let my pinkies lead the way. My pinkies turn up. One more time. I inhale, gather, and then leading from your pinkies, let your pinkies turn up. Now take all your fingers, touch all your fingers like a crow's beak, and then point your fingers toward you. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, now exhale, lower your ear toward one shoulder, staying on that side, chin to chest. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Cleaning, clearing these pathways. Releasing and breathing into the tight places. Slow and steady. And then exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, rolling up the other side. Clearing the lines of tension as you roll your ear across your shoulder. Breathing, opening, releasing and letting go. Lingering in any place that's tight. And this time, when your chin makes it to your chest, just simply soften your hands. Let your head rise up the middle and feel how your hands want to start to float up. So let that happen, and we'll open the flow to the 6 directions. I walked my feet in because I want my feet to be under my knees. Adjust your stance if you need to. And we'll start off small. This is such a super simple practice, and honestly, this practice alone requires refinement. There is a part when you are like doing the movement. It's compared to the surfer that swims out to the wave, right? So you're coordinating your breath, leading from your wrist as your hands rise and fall. You're aware of how your feet shift and your weight shifts as the energy rises. And in the beginning, you're making the wave. You're like, okay, I'm making this wave. And then eventually you start to feel like, oh, the wave starts to take you. And that's where we want to be, in that sweet spot where we're allowing the wave to build and grow and take us. Opening the flow to the 6 directions we're going to Start to build on this now. We worked on this last session. You're going to let your hands rise. And with that inhale, as your hands rise, drop your elbows to your chest. And then when you're ready to exhale, exhale, press forward. Open Lao Gong. Press your palms. Sit down a little bit. Now, inhale, soften Lao Gong. Soften. And as if you're drawing energy back to you. Your body rises just a little bit. And now letting your fingers like tree branches and leaves grow toward the light. Grow out, 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 out. And see your hands. Keep your hands in your periphery. Reach. Now, when you inhale, soften Lao Gong as if you're drawing something back with you, energy back with you. Turn your palms to face one another. And just pause here for a moment and sense and feel the space between the palms of your hands and the space between in the middle of your skull, your upper Dantian, your Shen, your consciousness, your spirit mind. And now start to let your hands float down. Feel, come in contact with the space between the palms of your hands. Now it's your middle Dantian. My hands open up quite a bit. I'm not sure how your hands feel. But if you feel pressure there, open your hands a little. Feeling into, listening into the space in the middle of your chest. And now letting your hands float down to your lower Dantian. And now immediately my hands feel heavy and they consolidate, they come close together. And I'm feeling and listening in the palm of my hands. Also, I'm listening into my lower Dantian. Okay. Inhale up. Exhale. Press. Inhale back. Exhale. Reach. Grow. Back. Draw it in. Turn your palms. Float your hands down your central channel. Inhale up. And press. And inhale back. Reach. Grow. Draw. Now draw it in. Into these spots. Your upper Dantian, your middle Dantian, and your lower Dantian. Now we're about to do the housekeeping. So I'm going to step out. We're going to sweep our Dantians. We're going to clean our house. Let's first get the mechanics of it. This is called Tigress Gathers Her Cubs. So let's first shift your weight, turn your waist. Shift your weight, turn your waist. Keep your head, all this in alignment. Shift, turn, shift, turn, shift. You're making a figure 8 with your hips. Okay, so now we're going to add some hands into this. When I shift over here, my back hand sweeps around. The back of my hand sweeps around. And now when I shift back this direction, I turn my palms toward me and I bring my palm toward my Dantian. And it's as if I have a door right here. I'm opening a door. I'm opening the front door and I'm going to open the back door. So when I turn, my hand sweeps through toward the back door. And now it sets me up so this other hand sweeps around. And then when I shift back the other direction, my palm turns toward me. I let the energy come through the front door and now out the back door. As I turn my waist, my hand sweeps around. When I shift back, I bring fresh energy into the front door and through out the back door. Shift. New energy. I'm bringing new energy and I'm sweeping and clearing the floor, temple floor. Sweeping fresh new energy, bringing energy and old energy out the back. Fresh energy into the front, old energy out the back. Sweeping the temple floor. Your breath is soft. Your movements are smooth. Tigress gathers her cubs as you sweep your lower dantian, clearing your body, clearing the dense matter, clearing the attachments, clearing the form, the structure. And now letting your hands float up toward your middle dantian, bringing in fresh energy through the front door and old energy out the back door. You're like opening the windows of your heart, the windows of the room, the spaciousness where you let love in and light in and beauty in. As you bring in, allow the sunlight in or the sunset. Bring in the beauty and the magic and the love. Fresh energy in, old energy out as you sweep and clear your temple. And now we start to move up toward the attic. And your hand turns toward your third eye, opening that front window up in the attic and the back window, letting in new thoughts, new perceptions, new ideas. Tapping into your higher wisdom, your intuition, fresh energy. Clearing out your consciousness, clearing out your mind of the cobwebs, letting new thoughts, new patterns, new pathway. And while we're here, we're going to practice what we did last week, and we're going to say Om 3 times. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale, and then when you're ready to exhale, Om. 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 One more time in silence. Start to work your way back down, back to your middle dantian. We'll do the heart sound. Ha. Ha. Ah. In silence, sweeping your middle dantian and floating down now to your lower dantian. And we'll do the sound Haung. Ha. Ha. In silence. Now start to walk your feet in just a little bit and do the same motion and just start to thicken the chi. You're no longer cleaning your body. You've just vibrated all your centers. Now you're starting to thicken the chi. Start to thicken the chi. And now I notice that I'm shifting. I'm not shifting my weight so much. I'm changing my practice a little bit. And I'm going right to the midline and I'm drawing it in. Thickening the chi. Drawing it in. Drawing it in. Drawing it in. Drawing it in. Until I start to feel like I can make this chi ball. And bring your feet a little closer together. Let this chi ball enter into your Dantien. As we're completing this practice, that's kind of an energetic practice. So we need to pull down the heavens several times. Get that touch point of your middle finger. Take all the time you need where you bring your mind to the center of your body, really feeling this energy come down through your body, like you're lining these energy centers up and you're feeling cohered, you're feeling integrated, and you're feeling woven together with a clean internal temple, with this fresh, pure beam of light, this luminous light coming down, just like a stream of light, opening, luminous. And you could be a visualizer, or you can just have this feeling of open, luminous light coming down. And from here, we're going to open our hands, bring our hands and feet together, and really take the time you need, because this is our closing session right now, this closing moment. Feel how gravity in your hands, Lao Gong means place of toil, means place of work. So let your hands do the work, where they literally feel like magnets or something, that you're encouraging this energy. You're not forcing it, but you are lovingly steadfast with this energy, and it is going downward. And your Shen is up. Your Shen is up, your mind is bright, your heart is open, your body is relaxed, and this energy consolidates into your Dantian. Seal it in, making a circle, and another circle in the other direction. Breathing into your center as we complete. Honoring your temple, honoring your cauldron. Right hand makes a fist. You rise like the sun every day. Luminous light. Left hand covers it like the moon. You are changing. You are cyclical and yet always whole. Bring this to your heart, and together we bow. We bow to each other, and we bow to our teachers' teachers, and the teacher within. Inhaling, bringing this to our heart, but we don't keep it here. We bring it down into our belly, stepping back across the threshold and back into your world. And I encourage you to think about and journal what needs to be laid down so new forms of love can enter. And what does it feel like when you have a clean temple versus one that's cluttered with a million thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that no longer serve you?